Hey guys, there's a moment in NBA history that changed everything, and you probably don't know the real story. Let me show you. Michael Jordan versus Isiah Thomas. Michael Jordan and Isiah Thomas's rivalry went beyond regular on-court competition. It became one of the most heated player rivalries of the late 1980s and early 1990s. It was a rivalry that was rooted in physical defense, playoff warfare, and public moments that went on to define the relationship between themselves. From 1988 to 1990, Thomas's Detroit Pistons defeated Jordan's Chicago Bulls in 3 straight Eastern Conference playoff series. Detroit had a strategic defense, which went to be called the Jordan Rules. This strategy was designed by the Pistons coach, Chuck Daly, and the execution was for defenders to force Jordan left while they crowd him on drives and deliver a hard contact in the paint. Although this strategy was within the confinement of physical standards of the late 1980s basketball, but on the other side, it was a deliberate and aggressive move. However, the most pivotal confrontations came in 1989 and 1990 Eastern Conference. In 1989, the Pistons went on to defeat the Bulls in 6 games, and in 1990, the Pistons went on to win 7 games, thereby advancing to their second straight NBA championship. But in all of these celebrations and advancement, Jordan made a public statement against the Pistons' style, stating it was beyond normal competition and it was becoming too physical. It was at this point their rivalry was defined. On May 27, 1991, the Bulls finished a 4-0 sweep of the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, ending Detroit's era of conference dominance. And with 7.9 seconds left of Game 4 at the Chicago Arena, Thomas led several members of his team, including Bill Laimbeer, off the court. They stomped out of the court without shaking hands with any of the Bulls. It was a big moment, as television cameras captured that very moment, and it got more replay value than any occurrence during this era. Jordan and Scottie Pippen remained on the court as several Pistons players left the game before the final buzzer. In a bid to justify his actions, Thomas went on interviews and stated that he believed the Bulls had previously shown poor sportsmanship. However, Jordan went on to address the issue years later. He simply made it known that the act was disrespectful to his teammates and the sport at large. After the first occurrence, another major rivalry between the duo resurfaced again in 1992 during the Dream Team selections. Thomas, who was a 2-time NBA champion and also a 12-time All-Star, was basically snubbed for the US Olympic. There were a series of reports flying around. It was all about Jordan would not honor the invitation if Thomas was included, although Jordan went on to deny this. It became a hot topic of Jordan influence over Thomas at such a level. After 1991, the Bulls went on to win 3 straight championships, giving Jordan the bragging rights he was robbed at the inception of their beef. Despite the end of their NBA career, Jordan and Thomas rivalry was never resolved publicly, and they rarely appeared at league events. Their rivalry went from a strategic defensive scheme to decades of rivalry. Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson. This rivalry was the clash of cultures. It was Bird's blue-collar, Boston Celtics, versus Magic Showtime, Los Angeles Lakers. This was not just a random beef. It was a rivalry that spanned over a decade and impacted the league to a global consensus. This duo has one of the most documented competitive dynamics in the history of the NBA. It all began from the collegiate level, and it brought more attention to the league throughout the 1980s. On March 26, 1979, Bird's Indiana State Sycamores faced Johnson's Michigan State Spartans in the NCAA championship game. In this game, Michigan State won 75-64. The broadcast drew the highest television rating in NCAA basketball history at that time, establishing a national narrative built around their contrasting styles and backgrounds. However, they both entered the NBA later that year. Bird was drafted by the Boston Celtics, 6th overall in 1978, debuting in 1979, while Johnson was drafted 1st overall by the Los Angeles Lakers in 1979. Their impact respectively was noticeable on their team. Boston improved from 29 to 53 in 1978 to 1979 to 61 to 21 during Bird's rookie season. The Lakers on the other end improved from 47 to 35 to 60 to 22 with Johnson. He went on to win the Finals MVP as a rookie in 1980, after starting at center in Game 6 for the injured Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and went on to record 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists. Despite their individual performances, their rivalry escalated through 3 NBA Finals matchups, First in the 1984 NBA Finals, where the Celtics defeated Lakers 4-3. Bird went on to average 27.4 points and 14 rebounds per game. Boston won Game 7 at home with 111-102. The series also included Game 4's overtime victory in Los Angeles, thereby shifting the momentum after Kevin McHale's hard foul on Kurt Rambis. The 1984 NBA Finals marked Bird and Johnson's first championship meeting, escalating a rivalry that had begun in college. The second finals incident was during the 1985 NBA Finals, when the Lakers went on to defeat the Celtics 4-2. This was quite historical, as it was the first time the Lakers defeated Boston in an NBA Finals. Johnson averaged 18.3 points and 14 assists in the series, and Game 1 became known as the Memorial Day Massacre, with Boston winning 148-114, but Los Angeles recovered to win the series. And in the third and final moment was in the 1987 NBA Finals, where the Lakers went on to defeat the Celtics 4-2. Game 4 in Boston went on to feature Johnson's decisive junior skyhook with 2 seconds remaining. In this game, Johnson averaged 26.2 points, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds across the series. But between 1980 and 1988, either Bird or Johnson appeared in every NBA Finals. A look into their championships collection during that era. Magic Johnson won 5 NBA titles with the Los Angeles Lakers in 1980, 1982, 1985, 1987, and 1988, while Bird won 3 NBA championships in 1981, 1984, and 1986. Their regular season meetings totaled 37 games. The Lakers held a 22-15 advantage. Finals head-to-head. Johnson's Lakers won 2 series, while Bird's Celtics won 1. Their rivalry was consistently framed around Celtics versus Lakers. It was more of a franchise rivalry revived by their presence. On the good side of it, in 1992, both were teammates on the U.S. Olympic Dream Team. Kobe Bryant versus Shaquille. The rivalry between Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal developed inside a championship locker room and ultimately led to one of the most consequential trades in NBA history. O'Neal signed with the Los Angeles Lakers in July 1996. Bryant was acquired via the usual draft day trade, the same year after being selected 13th overall. By the 1999-2000 season, under head coach Phil Jackson, the Lakers became title contenders. That season, O'Neal averaged 29.7 points and 13.6 rebounds, and won the regular season MVP award. The Lakers went on to defeat the Indiana Pacers in the 2000 NBA Finals, where O'Neal averaged 38.0 points and 16.7 rebounds and was named Finals MVP. The Lakers repeated as champions in 2001 and 2002. During the 2001 playoffs, the Lakers went 15-1, which was the best postseason record in NBA history. O'Neal went on to average 30.4 points and 15.4 rebounds in the 2001 Finals, while Bryant averaged 24.6 points during that playoff run. In the 2002 Finals sweep over the New Jersey Nets, O'Neal averaged a solid 36.3 points and 12.3 rebounds. Despite sustained success, their tensions escalated over offensive roles, leadership authority, and preparation habits on and off the court. Bryant publicly expressed frustration with being perceived as the secondary option. O'Neal, in interviews during the early 2000s, referenced Bryant's shot selection and decision-making. However, the 2003-2004 season marked a turning point. During training camp, O'Neal publicly criticized Bryant's off-season conduct related to his Colorado legal case, referencing it in a rap lyric. Bryant responded in interviews questioning O'Neal's conditioning and commitment. Reports later indicated that communication between the two deteriorated throughout the season. Meanwhile, the Lakers reached the 2004 NBA Finals after defeating the Spurs and Timberwolves in the Western Conference playoffs. The Lakers lost 4-1 to the Detroit Pistons in the 2004 NBA Finals. O'Neal went on to average 26.6 points on 63% shooting in the finals. Bryant averaged 22.6 points but shot 38.1% from the field. After the series, O'Neal publicly demanded a trade, as it felt like no breathing space for him. On July 14, 2004, the Lakers traded O'Neal to the Miami Heat for Lamar Odom, Karen Butler, Brian Grant, and a future first-round pick. Shortly afterward, Bryant signed a 7-year contract extension worth approximately $136 million. The rivalry continued in head-to-head matchups. On December 25, 2004, Bryant scored 42 points in an overtime win against O'Neal's Heat in the 2006 Christmas Day rematch. Miami defeated the Lakers 101-85. The duo later won the championships without the other. O'Neal won the 2006 NBA title with Miami, earning his fourth championship. Bryant led the Lakers to titles in 2009 and 2010, winning the finals MVP both times. Earlier, before Bryant's moment, in 2008, O'Neal stated on TNT that Bryant couldn't win without him, and Bryant responded in subsequent interviews referencing his later championships. After winning a championship with the Boston Celtics, O'Neal recorded a freestyle song titled "Kobe, Tell Me How My SS Taste" in 2008. Their reconciliation became public during the 2009 All-Star Game, where both were named co-MVPs, LeBron James versus Paul Pierce. From repeated playoff confrontations between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics, and on spillover into James' tenure with the Miami Heat, the conflict was competitive, rooted in postseason elimination games, direct scoring duels, and public statements acknowledging the tension. The first major postseason clash occurred in the 2008 Eastern Conference semifinals. The series went on and extended into 7 games. Game 7, played on May 18, 2008 at TD Bank North Garden, and went on to become the defining moment. James scored 45 points on 14 of 29 shooting, adding 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Pierce, on the other hand, responded with 41 points on 13 of 23 shooting. Boston won 97-92, which led to the Celtics' advance and later won the 2008 NBA championship. That game established a direct competitive benchmark between the two forwards. The rivalry intensified in the 2010 Eastern Conference semifinals, where Boston defeated Cleveland 4-2. In Game 5, the Celtics won 120-88 in Cleveland. James, on the other hand, scored 15 points on 3 of 14 shooting. After the series ended in Game 6, James left the floor without addressing the media, an action that gained a lot of reporting attention at the time. That offseason, James announced his move to the Miami Heat. In the 2011 Eastern Conference semifinals, James and the Heat defeated Boston 4-1. In Game 4, James scored 35 points, while Pierce scored 27, but Boston went on to lose the series, marking a shift in postseason momentum. The most documented moment occurred during the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals. Boston led the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals 3-2 heading into Game 6 in Miami. While they faced elimination, James delivered one of the most statistically dominant playoff performances in the history of the NBA. 45 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 19 of 26 from the field. Pierce scored 9 points and fouled out with just 4 minutes remaining. Miami won Game 6 and later Game 7, thereby advancing to the NBA Finals. The Heat went on to win the 2012 championship. Pierce publicly addressed the rivalry in interviews, stating in 2013 that James had to go through Boston during his Cleveland years. And James, on the other hand, acknowledged the Celtics as a consistent obstacle during multiple postseasons. On stat ground and head-to-head playoff series, both players produced high-volume scoring performances, and their rivalry did not involve suspensions or physical altercations. It was defined by elimination games, scoring duels, and franchise-shifting outcomes. If you enjoy this kind of NBA content, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks. Kevin Durant versus Russell Westbrook. The rivalry between Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook originated as a partnership in Oklahoma City and evolved into one of the most scrutinized player conflicts in the history of the modern NBA era. Durant was drafted 2nd overall in 2007 by the Seattle Supersonics franchise, which relocated to Oklahoma City in 2008. Westbrook was selected 4th overall in 2008. By the 2009 to 2010 season, the Thunder reached the playoffs. Between 2010 and 2016, the duo led Oklahoma City to 4 Western Conference Finals appearances: 2011, 2012, 2014, 2016, and 1 NBA Finals appearance in 2012. In the 2012 NBA Finals, the Thunder lost to Miami 4-1. And Durant went on to average 30.6 points in the series, while Westbrook averaged 27.0 points. The team went on to remain a championship contender for the next 4 seasons. The defining turning point occurred during the 2016 Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. Oklahoma City led the series 3-1, where the Golden State won games 5, 6, and 7, thereby eliminating the Thunder. In the series, Durant averaged 30.0 points but shot 28% from three-point range. Westbrook, on the other end, averaged 26.7 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds. On July 4, 2016, Durant announced via the Players Tribune that he would sign with the Golden State Warriors, which was the team that had just eliminated Oklahoma City. That move immediately altered league balance and initiated a public fallout. Westbrook was notified just before Durant's announcement, although many Thunder players learned about the decision after it became public. Durant's departure created a competitive and a more personal fracture. In the first regular season meeting on February 11, 2017, Westbrook recorded 47 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists in an Oklahoma City victory over Golden State. Durant scored 34 points for the Warriors, in which the on-court game included multiple verbal exchanges between the former teammates. On February 16, 2017, during a nationally televised matchup, technical fouls were assessed after Durant and Westbrook exchanged words. That season, Westbrook averaged a triple-double, 31.6 points, 10.7 rebounds, 10.4 assists, and won the 2017 MVP award. Durant averaged 25.1 points with Golden State. During the 2017 Western Conference playoffs, Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder had a face-off with the Houston Rockets in their first round. The Houston side was led by James Harden, who went on to defeat the Oklahoma City 4-1 in the series. During that 5-game series, Westbrook averaged 37.4 points, 11.6 rebounds, and 10.8 assists, thereby completing one of the highest-scoring playoff series in the history of the NBA. Meanwhile, Kevin Durant and the Warriors advanced through the Western Conference before defeating the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2017 NBA Finals and winning the championship. It didn't end there. The public went on to fan their rivalry. In 2019, reports surfaced about Durant using social media burner accounts in 2017 to respond to criticism, including remarks suggesting Oklahoma City's roster limitations without him. Although Durant went on to later acknowledge about operating alternate accounts, the competitive phase concluded when Westbrook was traded to Houston in July 2019. Durant won 2 championships, 2017, 2018, and 2 Finals MVP awards with Golden State, while Westbrook remained with Oklahoma City until his trade. Their rivalry remained one of the most consequential teammate-to-opponent transitions in NBA history. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video. Charles Barkley versus Michael Jordan. Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan rivalry developed from their respective competitive respect, public commentary, and an encounter during an NBA Finals confrontation that defined both players' legacies in different ways. Both entered the league in 1984 and quickly became dominant forces, Jordan with the Chicago Bulls as a perimeter scorer and defensive threat, Barkley with the Philadelphia 76ers, and later the Phoenix Suns, as an elite power forward known for his rebounding and interior scoring ability. Their most significant meeting occurred during the 1993 NBA Finals. The Chicago Bulls, led by Jordan, entered the series as defending champions, seeking a 3rd consecutive title. The Phoenix Suns, led by Barkley, had the league's best regular season record at 62-20, and he won the 1993 NBA MVP award after averaging 25.6 points and 12.2 rebounds per game. Phoenix delivered a great showing in Game 1 of the 1993 NBA Finals, but Chicago prevailed 100-92. Barkley scored 27 points and grabbed 13 rebounds in a Suns victory. However, Chicago went on to adjust defensively as the series progressed. Jordan, on the other hand, responded with one of the most memorable finals performances in the league history. Jordan scored 55 points in Game 4 against Chicago, one of the best scoring efforts in the history of the NBA. The Bulls won the game and shifted momentum. The series extended to 6 games, where Chicago defeated Phoenix 4-2 to capture its 3rd consecutive championship. Jordan averaged 41.0 points per game in the series and was named the Finals MVP for the 3rd straight year. Barkley averaged 27.3 points and 13.0 rebounds during the finals, but was unfortunately unlucky to secure the championship. Beyond the finals matchup, public exchanges fueled the rivalry. Barkley publicly criticized Jordan's competitive approach at times during the 1990s, suggesting that Jordan benefited from playing on stronger roster structures. Jordan, on the other hand, responded in competitive fashion on the court and through indirect public comments emphasizing championship success. Their rivalry extended into the All-Star games and regular season matchups where both players frequently guarded each other during stretches. Their physical play and technical fouls were recorded in multiple games, thereby reflecting the heightened intensity among the duo. But after their retirement came, they both acknowledged mutual respect and let the past be behind them. However, during their playing careers, The most competitive comparisons between them was particularly the MVP awards and championships, which did define the narrative. Allen Iverson versus Kobe Bryant. The rivalry between Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant was crystallized in one championship series. But the tension that surrounds it was rooted in parallel ascensions that began in the same draft class and converged at the height of their early primes. Both entered the league in 1996. Iverson was drafted first overall by the Philadelphia 76ers and immediately became the franchise centerpiece, while Bryant was drafted 13th overall by the Charlotte Hornets and traded to the Los Angeles Lakers on draft night. By 2000 to 2001, both had established themselves as elite perimeter scorers in opposite conferences. The defining confrontation came in the 2001 NBA Finals. The Lakers went into the 2001 NBA Finals with an 11-0 playoff record, sweeping the Portland Trail Blazers, Sacramento Kings, and San Antonio Spurs. The 76ers then advanced through the Eastern Conference by defeating Indiana, Toronto, and Milwaukee. The latter in a 7-game Eastern Conference Finals series where Iverson averaged 30.5 points. Game 1 of the finals took place on June 6, 2001 at Staples Center. Then Iverson delivered one of the most documented individual performances in the history of finals. Iverson averaged 48 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals in 52 minutes. Philadelphia went on to win 107-101 in overtime and handed the Lakers their first postseason loss. Late in overtime, Iverson hit a baseline jumper over Lakers guard Tyronn Lue and stepped over him after the shot. The image became one of the defining visuals of early 2000s basketball. Bryant struggled in Game 1, scoring 15 points on 7 of 22 shooting while defending Iverson in stretches. Over the remaining 4 games, adjustments were made defensively. Bryant went on to increase the ball pressure and forced contested shots, while the Lakers also utilized length and help rotations to contain any penetration by Iverson. The Lakers won the next 4 games, capturing the championship 4-1. While in Game 2, Bryant scored 31 points as Los Angeles tied the series. And in Game 3 in Philadelphia, Bryant recorded 32 points and 6 rebounds, where the Lakers closed the series in Game 5, winning 108-96. There were no suspension attached to their rivalry. The rivalry did not involve suspensions or documented altercations between Iverson and Bryant. Instead, it centered on direct defensive matchups and contrasting offensive roles. Iverson went on to carry a usage rate above 35% during the series, while Bryant operated within the triangle offense alongside O'Neal. Iverson went on to win the 2001 regular season MVP award after averaging 31.1 points per game, and Bryant finished 4th in MVP voting that season. Though the 2001 finals marked their only playoff meeting, the series remains historically significant, as it ended the Lakers' perfect postseason run and produced one of the most replayed finals moments in league history. If you're enjoying this, please subscribe to the channel and drop a like. Thanks. Stephen Curry versus LeBron James. The rivalry between Stephen Curry and LeBron James was defined through 4 consecutive NBA Finals appearances between the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers from 2015 to 2018. It remains the only time in league history that the same 2 teams met in 4 straight finals. The first instance occurred in the 2015 NBA Finals. Golden State defeated Cleveland 4-2, where James averaged 35.8 points, 13.3 rebounds, and 8.8 assists across the series after Cavaliers starters Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love were injured. Curry averaged 26.0 points and 6.3 assists. Golden State's Andre Iguodala was named the Finals MVP, while the Warriors won their first championship since 1975. The rivalry escalated in the 2016 NBA Finals, which is widely considered as one of the most consequential series in history of the league. Golden State entered the series after a 73-9 regular season, the best record in NBA history. The Warriors led the finals 3-1. Cleveland won games 5, 6, and 7, and in their Game 7 on June 19, 2016, James recorded a triple-double. 27 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. With just 150 minutes remaining and the score tied 89-89, James executed a chase down block on Andre Iguodala, which resulted in Cleveland winning on 93-89, securing the franchise's first NBA championship. The rivalry intensified after Kevin Durant joined Golden State in July 2016. In the 2017 NBA Finals, the Warriors defeated the Cavaliers 4-1. Durant averaged 35.2 points and was named Finals MVP. During the 2018 NBA Finals, Golden State swept Cleveland 4-0. In Game 1, James scored 51 points, but Cleveland lost 124-114 in overtime. Curry, on the other hand, averaged 27.5 points in the series, while Durant averaged 28.8 and was named Finals MVP again. The rivalry included documented on-court moments, including technical fouls during the 2016 season and public competitive remarks about championship legacies. However, there were no suspensions directly involving Curry and James during their final matchups. The Curry and James rivalry was defined by 4 straight NBA Finals games, as well as the NBA Finals' first 3-1 comeback. Chris Paul versus Rajon Rondo. Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo rivalry escalated from competitive matchups into one of the most documented physical confrontations in recent NBA history, resulting in suspensions and league disciplinary action. Both players did establish themselves as elite playmaking guards with strong defensive instincts and high basketball intelligence. Their paths crossed multiple times during playoff settings and regular season matchups, particularly after Paul joined the Houston Rockets and Rondo later signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. The intensity of those team matchups increased the level of scrutiny and direct on-court interactions between their duo. However, here comes the defining moment, which occurred on October 20th, 2018, during a regular season game between the Rockets and the Lakers at Staples Center. In the fourth quarter of this game, a physical contact developed near the baseline after a play involving Paul and Lakers forward Brandon Ingram. At first, words were exchanged between Paul and Rondo. However, the situation quickly escalated into a physical confrontation when they began pushing before the altercation escalated into punches. Video replays showed Rondo appearing to throw a punch toward Paul. While Paul responded physically, Ingram entered the confrontation, appearing to throw a punch as well before the altercation was broken up by officials and teammates. After review from referees, they were issued immediate ejection to Chris Paul, Rajon Rondo, and Brandon Ingram. The NBA conducted a league review of the footage and surrounding actions. On October 21, 2018, the league announced formal suspensions. Rondo received a 3-game suspension for initiating and escalating the physical contact. Paul, on the other hand, received a 2-game suspension for involvement in the altercation and retaliation, while Ingram received a 4-game suspension for aggressive actions that included making contact after the initial confrontation had already begun. The league's ruling was based on unsportsmanlike conduct, physical aggression, and participation in a fight as the basis for disciplinary measures. After the incident, both players addressed the altercation publicly through media interviews. Paul described the confrontation as the result of competitive frustration and prior exchanges between players on the court. Rondo, on the other hand, stated that his reaction followed perceived provocation during the sequence of play. Their rivalry was one of the on-court confrontations that led to a direct suspension for all players involved. Anthony Edwards versus Devin Booker. Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves and Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns developed into one of the most visible individual rivalries in the Western Conference during the mid-2020s. Their matchups intensified as both players emerged as primary scorers for their teams respectively and frequently met in high-stakes games. Edwards entered the league in the 2020 to 2021 season as the first overall pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, while Booker had already established himself as the franchise centerpiece in Phoenix. As Edwards' role grew in Minnesota, direct scoring duels between the two guards became more frequent in regular season meetings and eventually in the postseason. By the 2024 to 2025 NBA season, Edwards and Booker had met several times in regular season games and in the 2024 Western Conference first-round playoff series. In those meetings, Booker held a 12-9 overall head-to-head advantage, while Edwards led the postseason series 4-0. StatsGround, both players produced similar scoring numbers when playing against each other. Booker averaged 26.2 points, 6.8 assists, and 3.9 rebounds in those matchups, while Edwards averaged 25.1 points, 5.0 assists, and 6.0 rebounds, reflecting their roles as offensive focal points for their respective teams. The rivalry gained significant attention during the 2024 Western Conference first-round playoff series between Minnesota and Phoenix. Edwards did lead the Timberwolves in scoring throughout the series and played a major defensive role against Booker. In Game 4, which eliminated Phoenix, Booker scored a solid 49 points, but Edwards' defensive pressure and Minnesota's overall performance completed a sweep that advanced the Timberwolves to the next round of the playoffs. Following that postseason series, their regular season meetings continued to feature notable performances from both of them. During the 2024 to 2025 season, Booker averaged 24.8 points, 6.5 assists, and 3.5 rebounds across 4 games against Minnesota, maintaining his scoring production despite the Timberwolves' defensive pressure. Individual games between them often included high-scoring outputs. Booker has had many high-scoring outings versus Minnesota, indicating his status as Phoenix's key offensive option. As time went by, their rivalry reflected a broader competitive dynamic between the Timberwolves and Suns during this period. Minnesota's rise in the Western Conference standings coincided with Edwards' development into an all-star level player, while Phoenix continued to build around Booker as its offensive leader. Their meetings regularly featured direct scoring exchanges, defensive matchups on the perimeter, and late-game shot attempts by both players. Their matchups remain among the most closely watched guard battles in the Western Conference due to the frequency of their scoring duels, playoff encounters, and similar offensive roles within their teams. Confrontations have always been a part of the game. In the NBA, players have often flared up during intense competition throughout the history of the NBA. Some resolved their differences and moved on, while some held on to it even till retirement day. While players in the league have no power over the outcome of their intense actions, the league has always found a way to suppress situations and mostly got it under control. There you have it, every rivalry in the NBA you might have missed out on. Do let me know in the comment section which of these rivalries you watched and remembered when it occurred. I'll be in the comment. Don't forget to like and share this video. Thanks. One story ends, another begins. But this next chapter is different because it involves a player you thought you knew, a moment that changed everything. Let's explore it together. Kawhi Leonard, $17 million Pacific Palisades Mansion. In March 2021, Kawhi Leonard decided to enlarge his real estate empire and proceeded to buy the $17.1 million mansion in the Pacific Palisades neighborhood of LA. This house blends the traditional elegance while also having the ultra-modern amenities, making it a unique home. This house was originally built in 2018 and sits on 11,815 square feet. It has a total of 7 standard bedrooms and 12 bathrooms. Based on where it is located, this mansion gives him access to a scenic ocean view, while it serves as an ideal place for family bonding. The aesthetics of this house is well-pleasing to the eyes at all times, and the entertainment facilities inside of his house are ideal for everyday living. There's an entertainment hub in the house, which is a private home cinema, with tiered seating of 8 to 12 capacity for catching up with all of the interesting movies without having to step out of the house. It also has a space for billiards. Whenever boredom steps in, it serves as an active game to retire to. You can conveniently find a temperature-controlled glass wine cellar in the house, which is capable of holding up to 960 bottles amid temperature-controlled glass. Inside of this mansion, you can also find a vanishing edge pool, which sits overlooking the ocean view. The outdoor space of his mansion features multiple terraces with built-in fire pit, and an outdoor kitchen for family outdoor activities with a BBQ dedicated section for the grills. This Kawhi Leonard mansion indeed operates on a Crestron home system that integrates with an iPad system throughout the house, which is used to control both lighting and security details of the house. His home was also spared during the 2025 Southern California wildfire that hit the Pacific Palisades. Blake Griffin, $19.1 million farmhouse mansion. In 2020, Griffin got himself a modern farmhouse for $19.1 million in Manhattan Beach, California, which is one of the most expensive coastal areas around Los Angeles. He resides in a large compound made up of 2 nearby estates. In early 2020, he bought the first, a brand new contemporary farmhouse for $19.1 million. And some months later, he bought the $5.9 million property directly behind it to increase his estate to more than an acre. His property sits a few minutes away from the Pacific Ocean. The mansion spans across 10,000 square feet with an architectural blend of modern design. This house has a total of 6 bedrooms, several living areas, and a standard chef's kitchen with professional high-end appliances. The house has large glass windows, which allows people to see the neighboring environment at ease, and also gives room for natural lighting to make its way into several parts of the house. In the outdoor space of his house, there is a resort-style swimming pool that also comes with an integrated spa. The spa section has a hot tub with overflow into the pool section. There is a basement side to his house which features a dedicated screening room of 130 inches with a stadium seating and an acoustic panel. He has a gym room, which he uses for his training sessions and off-season periods upkeep for him to stay fit and ever ready for the court. There's also a special game and family room that features a large open space with several flat-screen TVs and a standard billiards table for his guest entertainment, and a walk-in wine cellar. Griffin has made it known that this property in LA is a long-term home, considering this is where his children's school and majority of where his friends live. Chris Bosh, $12.3 million Miami Beach waterfront estate. Chris Bosh owns one of the most impressive waterfront homes in Miami Beach, Florida. He bought this property in 2010 for $12.33 million shortly after he joined the Miami Heat, the Big Three. This property is located on North Bay Road, which happens to be the same street where Dwyane Wade and Phil Collins lived. It sits directly on the waterfront area along the Biscayne Bay. The mansion spans across 12,000 square feet as it sits on a large piece of land facing the water. The estate is made up of large glass windows that allow Bosh and family to enjoy the view of the bay from multiple rooms in the house. His house has a total of 7 bedrooms and several luxury bathrooms. It also has an expansive double-height living area that was designed for the pleasure of his guests. The mansion is famous for its all-white modern style, while its interior design features include modern lighting, marble floors, and an open space that connects you to different parts of the house. While it is a notable waterfront home, it has an impressive rectilinear lap-style pool, which is just a few steps away from the waterfront. He also has a poolside lounge terrace and an outdoor seating space that surrounds the pool at the backyard. This Bosh home also includes a private deep water dock that allows boats or yachts to be parked right beside the house. With this dock, it is easier for him to access boats across the water. There's also a large gym section available for his training sessions whenever he pleases, and an entertainment space for family entertainment gatherings right in the house. Unfortunately, Bosh sold this property for $14.4 million in 2021, but the new owner was able to renovate and sold the property a year later for $38 million. Dwyane Wade, $10.645 million Miami waterfront mansion. Wade is also another NBA player who owns one of the most impressive waterfront mansions in Miami, Florida. This mansion is located in Miami Beach, which is widely known for luxury homes and its oceanic views. Wade purchased this mansion for a whopping sum of $10.645 million in 2010, which went on to increase in value over the years. This property is a Mediterranean architectural style, with a wide range of features. While it sits on 14,000 square feet of land, it has a total of 6 standard bedrooms and several luxurious bathrooms that are quite comfy. Some of the rooms in the house lead directly to an outward terrace that helps connect to the beach. Also, the large-scale windows of this house give room to connect to the beach without having to step out. As the house sits in front of the waterfront, which gives room for a private boat dock on Biscayne Bay of Miami Beach, there is a resort-style waterfront swimming pool in the house, which is no doubt one of the property's best features. The pool area serves as a perfect place to entertain guests and help unwind by the waterside, as there are lounge rooms and outdoor dining facilities available. Dwyane Wade home also features a comfy and standard home theater that allows him to catch up with his favorite entertainment shows. His house also has an in-home bathing shop that takes care of his haircut session whenever need be. Some of these features make it a perfect home for him. You can also find a custom outdoor half-court Miami Heat-themed basketball court in his house and a home gym, which allows him to constantly train and stay fit from the comfort of his home. Despite the cool features, Wade went on to sell the property after he had to relocate with his family. As of 2019, when the house was listed for sale, the asking price was $32.5 million, but went on to be sold for $22 million in June 2021. Anthony Davis, $31 million Bel Air mansion. In 2021, the Los Angeles Lakers star Anthony Davis made a significant big boy purchase. He bought this luxury mansion in Bel Air, Los Angeles for $31 million, as this property sits in one of the most prestigious residential areas of Southern California, which is a neighborhood famous for homing several celebrities, Hollywood stars, business execs, and professional athletes. It is one environment that has been long associated with exclusivity and wealth, just like how other notable homes in this area are patterned. Large estates sitting behind private gates with a long driveway. Davis' home also follows this same pattern. It's a mansion that sits on a large piece of land far away from public view and mostly covered by trees. His mansion sits on 20,000 square feet on a 3.5-acre lot. This house is built with a Mediterranean architectural style, as it features sharp modern lines, open spaces that easily connect indoor and outdoor living areas, and large glass panels. Inside of this home are 8 elegant bedrooms alongside several luxury bathrooms. It has an expansive living area that is solely designed for entertaining guests. The interior design of the house has several combinations of marble surfaces, custom lighting at every corner of the house, and a hardwood flooring. While the most attractive feature of his house is the private movie theater, a room designed to mimic a small cinema with comfy chairs and a large projection screen, which allows Davis and his family or guests to enjoy watching movies and sporting events without leaving the comfort of his home. This property also has a full indoor basketball court of NBA practice grade, which gives him the opportunity to stay active while away from the professional court. During the league offseason, it is one place he can often practice all of his conditioning drills and shooting without stepping out of his property. Right in the estate is an Olympic-length style swimming pool, approximately 100 to 120 feet lap pool for his relaxation and pool moment. There is also a formal outdoor dining terrace and a landscape garden to stay connected with the natural fresh air. A vivid look from his backyard gives a relaxing view across the hills of Los Angeles. Unfortunately, this property has been listed for sale for $39.9 million due to his professional future looking towards the East Coast. If you enjoy this kind of NBA content, kindly subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Paul George, $16.1 million Pacific Palisades Mansion. Originally built for DeAndre Jordan, but was eventually purchased by Paul George in 2019 for $16.1 million. This estate has an architectural design of a modern Hamptons with a 3-story building structure, while it sits on 10,014 square feet. Inside of this George home, you can find a total of 7 bedrooms and 10 standard bathrooms, which are elegant in taste and good for convenience at the same time. The interior of this house is intentionally designed. It has an indoor wellness spa complex that houses a pool, a sauna, and a fitness suite, which makes it the ideal home for everything he needs. You can find a private balcony in the master bedroom, which connects directly to the ocean for sightseeing. There is also a state-of-the-art movie theater in the house, which has a stadium sitting arrangement for his entertainment pleasure. Right inside his home, there is no room for boredom, as you can also access a billiard room to pass time. There is also a temperature-controlled wine room inside of his house, which makes it a great blend for everything. On the exterior part of the house, there is an infinity edge pool with a waterfall feature on the side, an outdoor kitchen for family and friends, and a BBQ space that is located around the kitchen. You can also find a custom half basketball court right in the estate, which makes it easier for him to train occasionally. In January 2025, during the wildfire incident in Southern California, George Mansion was narrowly spared despite it affecting his neighbor's home. This property serves more as his West Coast home and not his primary residence. Devin Booker, Paradise Valley Mansion. Devin Booker purchased this property for $3.2 million in 2019. The house has a perfect blend of a single-story Hamptons desert style that is located in the far shadow of Phoenix Mountains. This mansion sits on 5,000 to 5,600 square feet. On the interior part of this house, there are a total of 4 bedrooms and approximately 5 bathrooms. Unlike every other home, this estate has direct view access to Camelback Mountain. The home was strictly designed to be able to accommodate Booker's height of 6 feet 5 and his other taller friends conveniently. There's a room in the house called the Tall Guest Living Space, which features a custom-built 12-foot sofa that was specifically designed for NBA players. On the other space in the house, there are integrated game room that has a custom walnut poker table that is being surrounded with vintage Pierre Generate chairs where one can easily play Bore and Uno. A section space of the house is also designated for art collections for art gallery-style display space. There's also a wine storage room located adjacent to the dining room. The kitchen in his house features dual massive islands with a blend of marble tops that was designed for family gatherings as opposed to just cooking. In his inner closet, there's a shoe closet, which is a massive boutique-style walk-in closet where he has a series of his favorite shoes neatly arranged. He also has an office right in the house, which used to be a gaming room, but later converted to an office workspace. There is also a full-scale entertainment lounge right in this house, which also comes with a music studio, a specialized lounge area, and a pool table. It's no doubt the perfect ideal home to run away from the noise and paparazzi of the world. He also has a garage collection where he packs his classic American cars. Kyrie Irving, $3.75 million McKinney Estate. This property was purchased in 2013 for $3.75 million. It is a perfect home for Kyrie, as it provides a top-notch luxury, which happens to be his unique taste. This house sits on an approximately 7,500 square feet, which has about 7 bedrooms and about 9 bathrooms in total. As for the lot, it sits on over 1.5 acres of land in Texas. The architecture style of this house is more of a modern Mediterranean aesthetic that is blended with high ceilings. Inside of this house, you can find a standard home gym, a massage room, and a room dedicated to cryotherapy in order to help him maintain his elite performance on court. On the exterior part of the house, the backyard was designed to give a resort taste, as it features a resort-style backyard pool and an oversized standalone spa. There's also an outdoor kitchen with a wood-fired pizza oven, which makes it the perfect place for family and friends gathering. On the other end, this house has a private soundproof library and office where he often spends his time studying philosophy and history. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video. Klay Thompson, $2.2 million Dana Point Estate. This is Klay beachfront home that was purchased in 2015 for $2.2 million in order for him to stay close to his roots in Orange County. This house was built off a single-story Spanish-style ranch, and it sits on 2,400 square feet. It has a total of 3 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, which gives enough space for his relaxation and that of his family. This property is located on a 150-foot bluff in Capistrano Beach, which gives him a panoramic view of the Pacific Ocean without having to step out of his property. This estate has a private courtyard that houses both his courtyard pool, which has a wind protection design, thereby protecting them from the constant coastal winds of his environment. He also has an integrated spa that is within his courtyard. There is also a detached guest casita, which is the perfect place to home visiting family members or friends. There's also a game wing that features a home gym, which was notable for his Achilles and ACL injuries rehab. A media room can also be found in this home of his, which is the ideal place where he gets to enjoy all forms of entertainment content with his family undisturbed. Despite his move, he has ensured his Dana Point home remains intact and stands as his primary residence whenever he is off-season. Dirk Nowitzki, Dallas Mansion, $5.75 million. This is a luxury home in Preston Hollow, which is one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in Dallas, Texas. This house was originally built for billionaire Charles Wiley before he bought it for $5.75 million in 2019. The mansion sits on a living space of 11,000 square feet, as it is surrounded by trees and security gates, giving it room for privacy. On the interior part, the house features 5 standard bedrooms and a series of bathrooms. It has a modern kitchen and a large living area for the pleasure of the family. The interior part also features a fitness gym, which serves as a training hub for him during his off-season. There are also entertainment rooms available in his home. The outdoor living area serves as one of the most attractive features of this property, which also includes a traditional residential pool. The outdoor space was designed with the sole purpose of relaxation while enjoying the Texas climate. Unlike other NBA players, Dirk Nowitzki bought this property as a forever home for himself and his family. If you're enjoying this video, kindly subscribe to the channel and drop a like. Thank you. Scottie Pippen, $16 million Florida mansion. Here's another NBA player with a large waterfront mansion. Pippen's mansion sits in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, which he purchased for $16 million. This is one luxury community known for its canals and boating lifestyle. The mansion sits along the city's waterways and spans across 13,500 square feet on a 0.42 acres lot, popularly called the Villa del Lago. It features 6 bedrooms, 7 luxury bathrooms, and 2 half baths. It has a 3-story foyer and an ornate entryway made with travertine and limestone finishes. It also has a domed sitting area, a private terrace, and a double walk closets, while the kitchen is a high-end Italianate design style with a double island. It also has a gym room, a chilled wine room, and an elevator to access the house. One of its most unique features is the private dock of 215 linear feet of deep water frontage, capable for homing a mega yacht and boats to be parked behind his home. This also gives him the opportunity to frequently board around the intracoastal waterway frontage for sightseeing and relaxing moments. In the outdoor area, there's a basketball court, an outdoor entertainment space, and a resort-style lagoon pool. Unfortunately, he sold his Fort Lauderdale mansion after his divorce in September 2021 for $10.45 million after several listings across the span of 12 years. Carmelo Anthony, $12.85 million Manhattan penthouse. Unlike other NBA players, Melo decided to take a different approach with his home. An urban home located in New York City, located at West Chelsea. He bought this full-floor condo home for $12.85 million. It was specifically designed by architect Carrie Tamarkin. This house sits on a 4,556 square foot with 10 feet ceilings, while also serving as the largest unit in the building. It is the perfect home for Melo, as it gives him the freedom and serendipity to enjoy his wine and cigars undisturbed. This house has a total of 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. The flooring is made of solid rift and quartered white oak floors. To access this home, there's a private elevator landing that directly connects to the grand entry where visitors are welcomed with a display of large collections of scale arts. Unlike other notable NBA players who have wine rooms, his home has a wine wall with a display-style climate-controlled storage that holds approximately 500 bottles, while it also serves as a visual centerpiece. His house also has a cigar room that is custom-built and serves as a cigar bar for him. There's also a media room that features several screens that are mounted on the wall for game viewing. His kitchen is an open concept that features a Calicut gold marble countertop and backsplashes, while also having a center island with a breakfast seating arrangement. The living room is demarcated into 2, with one serving as a formal space for entertainment, while the other for private moments with family and friends. The outdoor space of this house is the private balcony, which gives him a great view of Manhattan's iconic park unrestricted. There's also a private fitness center for residents and a common courtyard. This isn't just a random home, but a proper investment for Melo. Dwight Howard, Atlanta Mega Mansion. Dwight Howard bought this mansion for $8.8 million in 2016. This massive mansion in Suwanee, Georgia is that perfect purple home, located near Atlanta. This mansion sits on 32,000 square feet, over 14 acres, which makes it one of the largest homes ever owned by an NBA player. It has a total of 10 bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms. It also features a large fitness gym for his early morning section and off-season training center. The property also has several entertainment rooms and a full outdoor basketball court that allows him to play and practice at home. This Howard home also has a large movie theater where he catches up with all of the blockbusters, a gaming room for himself and his friends, and a recording studio. The standout feature in this mansion is his snake room, where he kept a collection of over 20 snakes, including a 200-pound python. On the outward part of the house, there's a resort-style estate pool and an outdoor kitchen. The outward part also has a guest house for stayover guests. The property also has several garages for his luxury vehicles, as he's a lover of cars, making it an ideal all-in-one home for him. However, despite his relationship with this property, he went on to list it for $11.5 million in 2025. Shaquille O'Neal, Orlando Mega Mansion. During Shaq's NBA career, he owned several luxury properties, but none of them came close to his Orlando mansion in Florida. This estate is located inside the Isleworth Golf and Country Club, which is one of the most prestigious residential communities in Florida. He was able to purchase this property during his time with the Orlando Magic in 1993 for $3.95 million. And over the years, he was able to expand and transform it into one of the largest homes ever owned by an NBA player. This mansion sits conveniently on a 31,000 square feet, 4 acres land along the shore of Lake Butler, which makes it larger than the average luxury home. The mansion has a total of 12 bedrooms, with every room built to fit a 7'1" giant, and also includes multiple luxury bathrooms. In one of the bedrooms, Shaq had a custom 15 feet wide circular bed with a Superman logo sitting pretty on it. The interior part of the house has large living areas that are mainly designed to accommodate guests. It also features a 6,000 square foot indoor basketball court that allows him to train without having to leave his home. This court also includes a large Superman logo at the center of the court, making reference to his nickname. The property also houses a home theater that can accommodate a large number of guests, enjoying a wide range of entertainment shows on large projection screens. This Shaq property also includes a recording studio for him to spit all of the bars that comes to mind. The kitchen is also another notable feature of this house. The kitchen and the dining area was designed to accommodate both family and visitors. The house has wide hallways and high ceilings, which depicts the size of the property. On the outside, it features a Shaq-a-Pulco, a custom resort pool, a name Shaq specifically gave to his free-form lagoon-style pool. It also has an outdoor kitchen and lounge areas that connect directly for sightseeing across the lake. This property of his also has a private lakefront dock that allows him access to Lake Butler at his pleasure, either for long ride or just to stay afloat. This Orlando mansion served as one of his most famous homes, but in 2018, he went on to list the home for sale for $28 million. At first, it was quite difficult for him to sell due to price constraints, and became one of the most difficult houses to sell in the history of Florida. Lucky enough, he went on to sell it in October 2021 for $11 million. It is widely considered as one of the giant homes of any NBA player. Ben Simmons' $17.5 million Hidden Hills Mansion. This is one of the mansions among NBA players that is often considered as the most masculine abode. This property was purchased in 2021 for $17.5 million as a newly built house. It sits on 12,000 square feet and stands unique as a modern farmhouse. This house was brilliantly designed by Nobel LA, which is quite different from the usual white box trend among many luxury homes. On the heart of the house, it features a 49-foot vaulted ceiling that has exposed steel beam. There are about 7 bedrooms in this house, with a massive primary suite and 5 additional guest suites in the main house. There's also 8 standard bathrooms across the house, which makes it a comfortable living property. Between the living and dining areas of the house, there is a massive 6,000-pound custom brass and marble fireplace that hangs directly from the ceiling. Some of the key features of this house includes a sleek kitchen with high-end marble for entertaining, and a hidden professional chef catering kitchen that is dedicated for back-of-house meal prep. You can also find a soundproof cinema right in the comfort of this house, with a plush seating arrangement that is designed for total isolation while watching movies. While the property sits on 1.5 acres of land that gives ample privacy. There's a 65-foot infinity edge lap pool that often serves as a relaxation spot for him in the backyard. There's also a cabana, poolside entertainment that includes a built-in BBQ, multiple TVs for outdoor game viewing, and a fire pit. He also has a guest house right in the compound that is completely detached as a mini mansion on its own. Inside of this guest house, there's also a kitchenette, a private infinity plunge pool, infinity edge, and a bedroom. This mansion also houses a gym space, which serves as a personal space for him to stay fit and train as often as he can. However, despite the comfort and tranquility of this home, Simmons eventually sold the estate in May 2024 for $12.1 million, accumulated a loss of over $5 million. This wraps up some of the luxury and vintage homes of several NBA legends. While some prefer the hidden hills, some prefer the bossy neighborhood, and for some it's the unique waters and scenic views of the ocean. What stands out is, many of them have a high taste when it comes to their home. But for some, no matter how much they love the property, they had to sell it as a result of team trade. There you have it. This is inside the multi-million-dollar palaces of NBA legends. Let me know in the comment section below which of this mansion is your favorite, and I will guess correctly why it is so. Don't forget to like and share this video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, ready for a new NBA story? Let's relive the moments that made history. The greatest plays, the biggest rivalries, and the legends who changed the game forever.